Hi, I'm Vaso, Devi from Studio Lab. We're an interior and product design studio based in London and Athens. Today I'm going to give you some tips about color palettes. For us, materials and colors are something that go hand in hand, so we always tend to look at them at the same time. You would find that you don't have to use very bright or intense colors. That doesn't mean that you only need to use white or beige, but hues of yellow, red or blue that are also a bit more toned down can work very well for an interior and create a cozy and relaxed atmosphere. And remember, like everything else in design, it's all about proportion. So it doesn't mean that you cannot use a very bright color. A little bit of yellow can brighten up a space. If you paint the whole thing red, then it can be too intense. Also remember that you are, of course, designing someone else's space, so this space doesn't have to reflect only your personal aesthetic, but it also has to reflect the taste and aesthetic of your client. Although we always look at trends and what's happening now, it's always good to keep in mind that especially for residential interiors, it's something that we design to last. So apart from the trends, it has to be something that it's timeless and classic, that people won't get bored of it very quickly. It's always a good idea to test the color that you are using on the walls on site, because that way you can see how the color is affected by light or by the surroundings. Try one or two different shades and decide which one works best for your concept. Use actual color swatches to select, because that way you have more control of the final result. The color you see on the screen is never the color you see on a wall or on a surface. Now you have a good idea of the colors you want to use in the space, and it's time to make the final decisions on how these will be applied on the different surfaces and materials. Start looking on how the same color can look in different materials. For instance, blue in wood is totally different than blue in fabric. Materials are a very important part of each project because they bring the concept to life in 3 dimensions. Don't be afraid to work with different materials. So wood works really well with softer materials like fabric for upholstery, but it also could look very well with a contrasting material, a stone or a tile, which will bring a balance between soft and harder material in the space. Our New York project was one of the most daring we have done so far in terms of colors and materials. It was a great example of how different and very, very unusual color combination in a larger space could give you a very interesting result. We have blues, pinks, hues of green and terracotta brick wall, also accents of gold and different furnitures that offer a sense of luxury and highlight the space. The process of choosing materials and colors is a lengthy one, so you don't necessarily get it right for the first time. So don't be afraid to experiment, change a little bit your color selection and material board, so in the end they come together and make a perfect match for your concept. I hope you have enjoyed this video, so please subscribe to this channel. If you want to find out more about Studio Lab and our process, please check out our online course in Domestika.